Human boy discovers. Spring break at a secluded beach house in Florida was supposed to be a peaceful escape from the bustling city life of Columbus, Ohio. Just me, B.N.Rocker, and my family enjoying the beach and sun. Little did I know, my penchant for diving would turn our vacation into something out of a science fiction movie. It started like any other summer vacation. I'd dive. The water was unusually clear, beckoning me deeper. That's when I saw it, an angular shape protruding from the ocean floor. It wasn't coral or debris. It was too symmetrical, too deliberate. A ship hidden just beneath the waves, its metallic surface gleaming slightly through the sand. I surfaced, gasping from the sheer excitement. "You guys won't believe what I found," I shouted to my family, waving wildly from the water. My dad, Bick, looked particularly skeptical. Despite Dad's hesitations, he and Mom, Ivana, along with my sisters Maddie and Nikki, followed me into the water after I persuaded them that it was a discovery too big to miss. Grandma Rocker chose to stay behind. Her days of chasing down wild adventures are long past. "But have fun," she said. The closer we got to the ship, the more surreal it seemed. A door slid open upon our approach, as if the ship had been waiting for us to find it. Dad waved his hand in warning, motioning us to surface, but Dad's warnings faded into the background as we crossed the threshold. Inside, the door snapped shut, the water drained, and a rush of air flowed into the room. We were enveloped by a stale, moldy smell. Dad's voice boomed, echoing off the metal walls, chastising us for our recklessness. "Dad says I waved you up, not inside." But Mom's calm voice cut through, settling the rising panic. "What's done is done. Let's see what secrets this ship holds." The ship seemed to come to life at her words. Lights flickered on, creating a path that beckoned us forward. With each step, more lights came on. My excitement grew. This was every diver's dream, but it seems futuristic, not ancient, he points out. Mother says it's like it's from the future. The path led us to what could only be the ship's control room. It was dominated by a massive chair, resembling the captain's seat on the bridge of every Star Trek movie I have ever seen. Without thinking, I jumped into the chair, the cold touch of the technology sending a shiver down my spine. "Enter orbit, prepare to enter warp and travel to the stars and beyond," I declared, playing Captain Kirk. The ship, to our shock, responded. Panels lit up, holograms spun into existence, and a view screen snapped to life to reveal the Earth hanging like a blue marble in the vastness of space. Suddenly, the ship trembled, vibrating as if trying to shake off the sands of time. A map appeared on the main display, showing a trajectory from Florida to the stars. "We're moving!" I cried out. "That's Florida," Dad pointed out on the display as a blinking light marked our location. The ship's engines roared, and we felt a lurch as it freed itself from the ocean's grip. The ship's ascent was anything but smooth. The display showed a curving line leading us out of the atmosphere as we clung to whatever we could. Mom was the first to regain her composure. "It looks like it's doing a system check," she observed, pointing at the blinking lights on the display panel. I looked around at my family. "What do we do now?" Mom's voice was steady, but her eyes were wide with concern. "We figure out how to get back," Dad responded, more to convince himself than to answer her. But inside, part of me didn't want to go back. Not yet. This was an adventure of a lifetime. As we stabilized in orbit, the reality of our situation settled in. We were aboard an ancient alien spaceship orbiting Earth. Nikki, ever the brave one, peered out the viewport. "It's beautiful," she whispered, and we all moved to look. Earth, in all its glory, was breathtaking. I couldn't help but marvel at the technology surrounding us. "This ship is almost entirely operational. Can you believe that?" I mused aloud, fascinated by the alien script flickering across the panels. Just then, the overhead display blinked and showed our position in orbit. Dad's voice brought me back from my dream world. "Okay, Aiden, you got us up here. Now figure out how to get us down." I couldn't help but laugh as the ship's systems came alive around us, feeling more like a game than reality. My mother, Ivana, pointed to the holographic display that had just lit up with the layout of the ship. "Look, the system check seems to be done. See the map lighting up all in green?" she said, her finger tracing the sections of the ship on the screen. We watched together, a pattern of lights shifting from yellow to green. But then I noticed something. Not all of them, I pointed out. One section was blinking black, and it looked to be on the starboard side of the ship, near what seemed like an engine. Really, Aiden, how do you know that's an engine and it's facing the stars, not Earth? Mom pointed out. I laughed once again. Mom, starboard is a boat term. Teasing her. I'm not really in the mood to learn technical jargon, so speak in a way the room will understand, boy, Mom stated. Dad chimed in then, his finger jabbing towards the display. There is 3 large engines, illustrated, one on each side of the ship, and one massive one in the center. Look at the intake on the front of this center one. This is clearly a ship of exploration, meant for speed. I hesitated before responding. Dad, I don't want to correct you, but note that it has no exhaust in the rear of the middle section, I said, pointing to the peculiar design on the display. We were all leaning closer, examining the intricate details, when Maddie, the youngest at just 8 years old, piped up, her small finger pointed at the display. That looks like a gun. I nodded, feeling a chill as the reality of her observation hit me. Yeah, I think it is a weapon. Dad shook his head, his voice filled with reluctance. No, this ship is at least 2 miles long, if not longer. It takes up 70% of the mass of this ship. It just cannot be. Nikki agrees. It looks like a weapon to me, Dad. No, that would make this not a ship of exploration or science, but... He paused, the weight of the words hanging in the air before he finally concluded, a ship of war. The silence that followed was heavy. We all looked at each other, the implications of our joyride turning more serious. We were not just on any alien ship, we were on a warship. The adventure had taken a new turn, the excitement mingling with a dose of reality as we faced the unknown of what we had awakened. This is not goodbye, nor the end. Until the story continues, my friends. B.N.Rocker.